Communism, socialism, and capitalism. These are three economic systems that each have a large number of supporters. But which one is right? Well, today I'm going to be discussing that. So starting off with capitalism, this is an economic system where there's private ownership of goods, and business owners compete with each other in a free market. Products and services are provided by the individual, and they're able to keep the profits from the excess production of their workers. Also, prices are determined by supply and demand, rather than the government just choosing a random number. The aim of capitalism is to force contracts and protect property rights. Now, it encourages people to be greedy and work hard to build wealth for themselves. Greed in this case is a good thing because it drives profits, which drive discovery and innovation. And it also creates jobs for society. Now, there are two types of capitalism. There's the laissez-faire approach, which involves minimal government intervention, and a welfare approach, which acts as a government safety net, basically. The only problem with capitalism is that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And this does lead to a bit of inequality. But the good news is, as long as you work hard enough, you can become rich. It says that rich people are rich because they're more productive than the poor, which is true. Secondly, communism. This is an economic system where all goods are owned by everyone and available to all as needed. So private property doesn't exist and everything is shared, which sounds miserable. A communist country has never actually existed. Some countries have claimed to be communist, but they haven't actually adopted all of the laws and principles. And it's been tried, but it's failed completely every time. Communism doesn't work without totalitarianism, which is basically where the entire country has to submit to one dictator. Also, fun fact, communism has killed 100 million people in the last century. They say everyone owns everything, but their majority vote system allows the majority of voters to decide what happens with something. Meaning the minority voters don't get to control what happens with it, and it doesn't really belong to them. AKA, it doesn't belong to everyone. And another problem, people would never give up their property willingly. So the government's going to need to take it by force to achieve a communist society. Thirdly, socialism. This is an economic system, but also a political theory, where the means of production is owned by the community as a whole. It's basically a transition from capitalism to communism, because communism has worked so well before. The creator of socialism, Karl Marx, envisioned a society where the government or the workers themselves owns and controls industry. Workers receive a wage, but only what they need, and nothing extra. So, pretty much everyone gets paid the same wage. So a doctor would get paid the same amount as a cashier. Not all socialists want that, but most do. People support socialism because it's supposed to be moral and fair. Like, wouldn't it be fair if we pull together all money and share it out evenly? However, wealth is largely contingent on the value that you provide to society. It's not always inherited, but it's created. If you want to succeed, then you need to make something that someone else wants. It's not selfish to be a capitalist. I would say it's selfish to be socialist, because hardworking people have to give their money to people who aren't providing any value to society. Because people like that just don't deserve the same amount of money. So which one's right? Well, in my opinion, capitalism is best because it drives discovery and innovation. It encourages people to work hard and benefit the world. Communism's been tried, but as you know, it's never actually worked, and it's killed hundreds of millions of people. And socialism is useless. Okay, I can see why people want communism and socialism, because they provide equality. Capitalism works fine, but people want these other two options because they're too lazy to make money for themselves, and they want to leech off of the hard-working people. So if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe, it helps me out a lot. And also, you'll be able to see when I upload more videos like this one, so you can watch more. Make sure to check out my next video up here, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.